Evening, freaks. I'm here to give you a read straight from the hip with lots of lip. And we're diving into that Aries full moon energy that's going to be playing out as we move through this month of October. We're breaking it down for each of the individual signs. If you have not checked out the collective read, do check out the collective read. That gives a real good feel for the energies in play. So you can get some tools for how to best navigate this astrological terrain, all right? But it's a pretty good vibe. It's a pretty good vibe. If you've been moving correct, it's a pretty good vibe, I have to say. Lots of good energy in play, lots of healing on offer, lots of coming back together, lots of mending fences, and lots of empowerment. You know, this is where we're heading. It's a good thing. And there's also a full moon, Aries full moon circle that I put up. Replay is up. You can check it out. Even if you drop in for the replay, everything is still that space being held for you. Your energy contributes to what we're calling in. Really wild experience with this candle that I lit for that Aries full moon circle candle working, and I put up a short video on that, so check that out too, because it kind of lets you know the energy that's in play right now. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. um, but we're gonna just dive right in. We last left off with, let's see, we left off with Capricorns. So that means Aquarius, you're next. You're next. And I did want to say that when I bring in the signs on this read, we are looking at any strong placement, okay? Sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node. We're going to throw Mercury, Mars in the mix because of what's been going on with the astrology. All right. There will be timestamps provided, okay? Timestamps will come up after this live has aired, and I have a chance to access the comments. I'll pin it there in the comments so you can just jump ahead to the reading you're looking for. Yes, this is pre-recorded. I'll let you know when I'm live. Sometimes I just prefer to get on and pre-record it and schedule it to release for you guys. So you can still leave me a comment. I'll always respond. I'm really good with responding to everybody who brings their voice in here. I want to stay connected to the community, okay? And do be mindful that I am reading for a collective, so though not every message may land with you, I'm sure the overarching themes will, and you'll be able to tap into how it applies to your situation by staying connected with your intuition. I want you to listen to your own inner voice. Know that roles can be reversed, cross watch your energy comes in play, and just roll with it, man. Just roll with it, okay? Don't take any of it too seriously. Oh, Aquarius, what's going on with you? Bottom of the deck energy right here. We see you got wish fulfillment on your way. Wish fulfillment. Let's find out what's going on for Aquarius Collective. What kind of wish fulfillment is on offer for Aquarius? Sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, Mercury, Mars, our packed 11th house. If you got 3 or more planets in the house of Aquarius, the 11th house, you may find resonance too, all right? Take what applies, toss aside the rest. That's a pretty good way to start out here, okay? You know, Ted just went to go and drink some water, and I just heard you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, you know? I think maybe there's something you had to leave behind because maybe you put a lot of effort into trying to make it work. You thought that there would be a different outcome than what was arrived at, and then you realized, you know, it's okay. You know, if they don't want what I have to offer, like, there's other options. This is what I just heard. There's other options. Now, this could apply romantically, of course. It could also apply on a business level. So we'll dive into this and we'll see what this is about. I just really want to warm up the deck for you. I feel like I really want to warm up the deck with y'all. I don't know what's up with that, but okay. Yeah, I think you're coming out of the dark with this hermit energy here. You know, you've spent some time kind of on your own. I think you've been doing some soul searching. I think you've been trying to get really, really clear and focused about how you want to move forward. And I think something's come to light for you during this time. You've been just sort of chilling on your own. And I think you're about to, take some step forward that actually leads you on a spiritual journey. It's going to open up some kind of spiritual journey for you. So let's check it out, okay? What's coming in for Aquarius Collective in this lunar cycle? How will things play out for the Aquarius Collective? Ooh, that was teetering on the brink on this lunar cycle. What was that? That almost fell off the board, okay? Ooh, maybe you almost threw something away, but you're having second thoughts. Let's see here. Yeah, look at this. It appears another option is on the table, okay? This is the options card, okay? This is Seven of Cups. And look, we don't see any frantic state of mind here. This figure here is very still, very much in their own energy, taking their time, wanting to make the right choice, not wanting to fall for an illusion, wanting something of substance, wanting something real, okay? Feel like you're really leaning into your intuition at this time. I got throat chakra stuff coming up with you. So I don't know if there's maybe something that you need to say and you're trying to think of the best way to say it, the best way to express yourself. So you're trying to take some time. You're trying to find the right words and who to deliver these words to. That's interesting. I have a feeling like there's people who wanted to speak on your behalf. I don't know why I'm getting this impression. But I'm almost seeing like all these people like almost giving unwanted advice or unwanted counsel, and you kind of had to create some space for yourself. I think that you're wanting to make this decision and it doesn't matter to you what anybody else has to say about it. And that you don't need anybody speaking for you, but you are quite capable of speaking for yourself. This is really empowering, actually. This is a case of somebody stepping out of the illusions and the projections that other people put on them and choosing instead to listen to their own inner wisdom and trust their heart. This is a really cool message. I see you've been doing a lot of healing work, coming out really strong in your own reading with the star card here. You have been doing a lot of healing work, and I see you've taken a lot of accountability. You've been finding your balance. You've been doing a lot of purification. You might have even been crying your fair amount of tears. Like I feel like there's been some kind of heavy emotions that have needed to be released. I'm feeling like all this congestion in the upper channels. Some of you may have even been a little sick, maybe a little under the weather, maybe you had a cold, maybe you had some kind of sinus issues. I think it's symbolic, I think it's more like kind of like where the emotions have been at, where the mental state has been at, what you've been working through on your path. It's kind of like clogged up the upper channels a little bit. I think this is because before you can really hatch your vision and see clearly your way forward, there's something that you need to get off your heart. There's something that needs to be communicated. It's like everything, I feel like all this blockage is all right through here. This is where I'm feeling it. And I'm picking up this piece that there's been like a lot of emotional release. I think tears are healthy. Tears are a very important part of cleansing. I think there is something you've been cleansing away in your life. It's something that you learned a lot from. You got a lot of growth through this experience, but it was hard. It was hard and it weighed heavily on you. And I think that you've been so focused on this healing work, and it's been so important for you to like not let what you're feeling bleed on anybody else, like not let any of your wounds affect anybody else, but just really, step up to the plate and do your own healing work and do your own integrative work and understanding when you need time to yourself to just really focus on what you need to release. I think I feel like you're in a really healthy place with this. I really do. And I see you like focusing on self-care. I see you focusing on healing. I see you focusing on emotional release, like letting the baggage go. And I see that there's like this love that wants to come in for you. Look at this dove energy. This love wants to come in for you. And you've been so busy like working on your healing, but also on what you've been nurturing, what you've been growing for yourself. for your future. You know, you've been putting a lot of energy in that. I see a lot of your energy's been going out and not a lot has been coming in. I think it would be so beneficial if you gave yourself like an opportunity to really receive. Now, I just got this message coming in with the Seven of Cups. Maybe some of you might have been avoiding some of what you're feeling with maybe, you know, having some nightcaps, maybe going out and partying a little bit, or using some other kind of distraction, food and drink, you know. I think it might be time to kind of like take a break from that because there's something that really is wanting to be released. And there's a need to pay attention to this. And it's almost like there's this block inside of you. There's this like part of your heart that's become a bit guarded, and it has something to do with something you had to walk away from. I feel something you had to walk away from that wasn't easy for you. Something left your life, and there was a big integration process around this. It was challenging for you, but you have to remember that it's important for you to open yourself up to receive, because there's still love for you. There's still beauty for you. And we see that. There's like this gift coming from this dove from above. It wants to fill your cup. Turn that cup up. Allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to soften a bit. Make more time. Make more time for self-care. Maybe work with that star energy. Do some sitting out under the autumn night sky and just look at the star. It's such a beautiful time of year to go stargazing, to just look at the heavens at night. Like, the stars are so bright. There's so much to see. It's so beautiful, especially like if you're out at the coast. Like, I'm really picking up like this water energy. If you live by the coast, if you live by the ocean, oh man, head out there where it's so like dark and you don't have all the light pollution from being in the city, and you can just go where it's all dark outside, but there's still all these beautiful lights, these stars in the heavens, that moon that you can look at that and be reminded that even though you've been through like a dark time, there's still something there. Like, the light always finds a way to get through, and it wants to come through for you. There's some love here for you. Yeah, I see you're being helped, okay? You're not on your own with this Six of Pentacles energy. And maybe some of you have been a little bit worried about your financial balance. Maybe there's an expense, something you've been, needing to, make up a chunk of money for. You've been a little bit concerned about that. You might have also been helping out somebody financially, giving them some assistance. This might have been a little difficult for you, because it might have disrupted your own balance. Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, this is interesting. Yeah, these fell out of the deck and they fell out upside down. We have the Two of Wands with the Eight of Cups in reverse. That's a really interesting message. I feel like you walked away from something. You were looking out towards your future, and you had a vision of where you wanted to go. You set your sights on a particular direction, and you started to head in that direction. And it may have even had something to do with stepping out of a crossroads with this Two of Wands in reverse. You might have had to make a choice between one of two ways to go. And I feel like you set your sight on a direction. You went that direction, and then you realized it wasn't what you thought it was. And you had to leave it behind because you wanted to go with the path of heart. You felt like you needed to go with the path that was really like pulling you on a soul level. I think it was very comfortable. Maybe that's what you realized. I meant to say uncomfortable, but for that to slip out, maybe that's what was uncomfortable about it. It was too comfortable. And maybe you needed something that just kind of like, I don't know, lit your fire a little more or something. Something that stirred you up, made you feel alive again. And you realized that wasn't it. I feel like you walked away from that. You took a gamble on something more. And I almost feel like now you're doing like a directional reroute with this Eight of Cups in reverse. Like, it's almost like you're like, wait a minute, I want to go back to this. I want to go back to this time when I had the choice. Can I give myself the choice again? I don't know. Maybe you're looking at exploring the other option you were considering. I feel like there's like this directional reroute. Yeah, I think you found your true source of happiness with the 10 of Cups here. And it's coming in with the 4 of Wands. Oh my gosh, with the Wheel of Fortune? Whoa, wait a minute here. Are you seeing this? We got the Wheel of Fortune to the 4 of Wands to the 10 of Cups. This is destiny. This is everything aligning for you. You went through something really rough. You went through something really rough. You had yourself a dark night of the soul. You had to let go of something. It was really hard for you to let go of. I feel like harder than anything was you having to let go of a perception you had about yourself that you're now realizing was false. You really did the shadow work. Like, I really feel that. And you really got clear about what was no longer in alignment with you, and you made the tough calls, you made the tough choices. And because of this, it like leads to this real sense of fulfillment and reward, and it looks like a person to celebrate it with. And this thing has roots, this thing has roots, this thing will grow. There's a lot of love here. You share a lot of love with somebody. It's really beautiful. Now, let's see here. What do we got? We got Page of Cups, okay, to the Ace of Cups, to the Sun. Oh my God. And right behind that, the Moon. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at this. I think you had a hope that you clung to even during the dark time. With this moon energy, you were trusting your intuition. You know, people always look at the moon only in one way, right? They only look at the moon as being like disillusioning, but the moon is also so empowering. It's the feminine wisdom. Solar is masculine and lunar is feminine. It's the feminine wisdom. So we have to stop looking at it as negative. Same thing with like darkness. Like, people say darkness as if darkness is evil. And I mean, we could unpack that. That would take forever to unpack all that and all that mental programming around that. But darkness is rich and beautiful because it is the point of all potentiality. Anything can happen. And even in the shadow aspect, darkness is beautiful because it shows us the part of us that is really calling out for healing. It's calling out for care, for witnessing, for love. And when we have the courage to like shine a light in those places, it illuminates so much for us. I'm getting big vibes. Like, you've been doing like a lot of this like Jungian psychology work. Like, you've been really going through this process of integration, like deep spiritual integration, and trusting your intuition. And you're now popping out onto this other side, this happiness. Sun is the happiest card in the deck. It's like success. It's achievement unlocked. It's blessings. It's feeling joyful. There's hummingbird medicine here. La tuberosa, the rose sucker. It's the sweetness of life. You know, look at this childlike sense of wonder. I might be revealing a secret, so plug your ears if you don't want to hear a secret. Some of you, some of you that are in a happy union, you know, you are about to get news that you have conceived. All right, we do have the Page of Cups, the Ace of Cups here, okay? Big mommy energy. Oh, that would be so sweet. Page of Cups, that's water sign energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, okay? This could be a child involved too, but there's some kind of happiness around a child for some of you. For some of you, you may have had trouble conceiving. You really wanted to have a baby and you've had trouble conceiving, but you've really been focusing on like getting juicy, getting juicy. You women out there, you've been focusing on getting juicy, you know, really like making sure that you were really getting a lot of good oils in, a lot of good, you know, EFAs, and getting in good quality rest. You've been de-stressing a bit, like you stopped trying to make it happen so much. You realized stress was kind of getting in the way. You've been nurturing yourself more. You've been trusting. You've just been staying in this place of just like quiet, open receptivity. And you realize that in the letting go, that's when it all comes in for you. If you are trying to get pregnant, I highly recommend that. Just try letting go and trusting. Do things to relax. Do things to just soften and relax and be in that receptive space, because that's what encourages it. And Shatavari and ashwagandha are wonderful too if you're open to Ayurveda. 2 teaspoons each, twice a day, okay, powdered. You can mix it in a nice warm chai, or you could do a lovely like golden milk. Put a little rose water in there, food grade rose water in your golden milk, a little saffron. Oh, it'd be so sweet and beautiful. A little raw honey. You know, build up your ojas. Maybe add some coconut cream. Be so good. Yeah, just put your ashwagandha and your shatavari in there. It balances masculine, lunar energy, solar, lunar energy, okay? Masculine, feminine. There's something about this. Some of you are trying to conceive and you've had a really hard time with it. You've been depressed. You've been wondering, am I going to ever be able to, you know, have a child? And I see for those of you that that's been what's been on your mind. Yes. Yes. Yes, it looks really beautiful. That looks so beautiful. For others of you, you're making a directional reroute in regard to a love situation. Okay. Yeah, I see like you're refusing some cup that was offered to you because you're like, nope, not good enough, not what I wanted. I'm not into this. Okay. May have even been kind of a codependent dynamic. All right. But I think that there's just this sense of, you know, you're also a little distracted right now, because isn't it interesting? Because you've had to refuse so many offers in the past. I feel like you're a little bit in a guarded space. And look, we notice in this 4 of cups that spirit's trying to hand you this ace of cups. This ace of cups right here. It's almost like spirit's like issuing this to you. Like it's saying, do you want this new beginning in love? Do you? Because if you do, you all you have to do is just accept it. It's here for you. And it was, you know, 22:22 on the clock when I said that. Talk about really big alignment energy, okay? It's like everything you want is on the other side of fear. I feel like that's what it is. Maybe there's a case of stubbornness here. Maybe it's somebody's wanting the other to come to them. You know, whatever it is, I feel like you'll get beyond it, okay? I feel like you'll get beyond it, all right? Yeah, I think you're gonna hold out a little bit longer. You know, you're in a good place. Look at this, 9 of Pentacles. You've been really building for yourself, feeling yourself, doing very well, you know. You know how to provide for yourself. This has really given you a lot of confidence. I also see you putting some kind of focus, drive, energy into a creative project with all these cups on the board. I think you've been doing work that's really fulfilling for you. I think something's about to pop off. Something about what you're working on now creatively has a money angle to it, and it's going to bring some kind of big success your way. And you did it all yourself. But then there's this piece of you're going to start building with another. Okay. So some of you are connecting with somebody that you find a creative spark with, and you're going to merge your talents and your creative vision together to really launch something that can, you know, do very well financially. I'm seeing that here too. All right. What we got here? Yeah, I feel like right now there's some things that are kind of, you know, coming to an end. And what I feel like is coming to an end with the Hanged Man, to the King of Wands, to the Tower there, and it's kind of twofold. Okay, so kind of one message I'm getting is that um, some of you were dealing with the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, somebody who was very independent, and they kind of like put you on hold. All right, with this hangman energy here. And you realized that you were waiting around on this person. You were waiting around for this person to come on through. And meanwhile, it was holding you up. And I think you hung upside down for so long that you kind of started to get a different view. And you thought, you know what? I don't really want to hang around here anymore. I'm just going to dance on out of this situation. I just saw Evening at the Apollo, when they come up with a big hook. They'd always dance them out. Like, I feel like, you kind of have that energy to it. You brought a tower down, man. You're like, nope, I'm not going to invest in this anymore. That's fine. You do you. You do you. And I'm going to go and explore something new. Yeah, I think you got, like, even though this felt like a soulmate to you, I think you suspected there was other people involved in this situation. You felt really overwhelmed in this situation with the 10 of Wands to the 6 of Cups to the 3 of Cups. Okay. And this may have been somebody that you'd known for quite a while or you had a very close connection with. Again, there is also this child piece in this 6 of Cups. And for that to come in as it did earlier, there might have been a child involved in this situation, or you were hoping to have a child with this person. I feel like there's like this child energy really, really like front and center here. I just like got, I don't know what this is, but maybe somebody's child didn't like this person or this person didn't like their child. Like there's some interesting piece here coming in about children, but you weren't seeing the growth you wanted in this situation. I do feel like, look, for some of you, this is the piece about wanting to have a baby with that rabbit there. It's like the fertility energy and wanting to see things fertile and just feeling like, God, we're trying everything. And look, we're having sex all the time. I keep giving her the wand and it just nothing's working. Oh, I don't mean to laugh, but I feel like you've really been, whoever this story is for, you've really been working at it. You've been really trying to make it happen. And for others of you, you've been working really hard on this creative project. You've been working on your goals and you've been waiting to see the growth and you're feeling really overwhelmed, but you're so fucking passionate about what you're doing that you're continuing to like forge ahead. You're not giving up, And it's almost like this rabbit's there saying, hey man, on the other side of fear is everything you want. So just hold tight, hold tight. Before you know it, things are going to rush forward. You're going to see a lot of fertility, like a lot growing from your efforts. And for others of you, though you felt a connection to this person, for those in a romantic situation, you felt really connected to your person and you didn't want to let them go, but you knew that there was like a third party element involved. And we see you're moving away from this energy, okay, with the 6 of Swords. Like you're leaving troubles in the past. You're just like, you know what? I don't need to deal with this anymore. Some of you with the ones where it's dinging on a work level, because I do got like multiple stories filtering in all simultaneously. So I'm just going to speak to all of them. There's a big collective out there. So if all these stories are wanting to come in, there's somebody here that needs to hear them. Okay. But I feel like some of you were stuck in a job that they were just really taking advantage of you. They were really requiring a lot of you. It wasn't a fair arrangement. You were carrying on too much of load and there just wasn't the growth that was promised. And you just got tired of it. And you're like, you know what? Screw that. I'm done with that. I'm not going to do that anymore. And you just quit. And you quit to follow a more creative path. This might have even involved like traveling to, apply or interview for a position, like kind of a coveted position. Some of you, it might have something to do with moving moving near a body water or moving over water, like maybe moving to a different country for work, you know, there's some piece here. But either way, we see that what you moved away from, okay, what wasn't working or what felt like it was a struggle, it came to an end. You're moving away from that energy, and bringing that to an end puts a judgment in your favor. This is like everything's going to turn in your favor. It's like a really good sign, okay? And yes, you know, I really do see this piece, you know, for those who are really wanting to conceive, it's going to happen, okay? It's going to happen with this Queen of Cups. It's going to happen within 2 months. I really feel this strongly, okay? Within 2 months, things are going to get moving really fast. Again, I'm picking up like a travel piece around this, messages going back and forth. So maybe this is somebody that is at a distance from you, somebody you're going to be connecting with. I'm really picking this up in association with the mother piece, those who are trying to conceive, want to have a baby. There also may be news from a mother at a distance that's important, that sets things in motion, but in a very positive way. It's like a positive message. Maybe there was interference from a mother that was holding back some choice you wanted to make. Why did I get that? That's a very strange message, but it's coming in. Maybe there was a mother who didn't agree with your choices, and there was something that gets resolved in a positive way. It gets you moving forward. It frees things up. Either way, I see in about 2 months' time, you're going to be doing a lot of traveling. There's going to be a lot of movement and growth in your career. I also feel like love is really going to pick up the pace. There's going to be somebody that really like, you're smitten. You're smitten. And you're definitely like doing some traveling with this person. You're talking to this person. You're getting to know this person. It's really kind of cool. All right. Might have something to do with a high priestess, somebody you feel like a real kind of like spiritual connection with. I think there's definitely some spiritual growth that's going to happen in this connection. All right, Queen of Cups too, coming in with that high priestess. It could be somebody who has Pisces strongly aspected in their chart, or Pisces could play a role here. Or with the high priestess archetype, it could also be somebody who is a high priestess, somebody who is, you know, works on an occult level or has some kind of practice, maybe does readings, has a platform. Some of you are considering entering a platform like this. You really want to develop more of a kind of metaphysical angle to the work you're doing. Maybe you're wondering if you should dive into this. I think you should. It looks like it would be good for you. You got a lot of positive energy in your favor. I would say so. Look at this, the Hermit. This looks like starting kind of a spiritual adventure. Maybe some of you are going on spiritual journeys too with that Eight of Wands. Let's see here. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, it looks like you could be working potentially with a Libra, Gemini, or another Aquarius, possibly fire sign energy too. We have the Queen of Swords with the Knight of Wands with the Three of Pentacles. Also, we're in Libra season right now. So I would say that during this Libra season, something moves forward. Something moves forward with passion and purpose. It's something you're working on with this Three of Pentacles. It's somebody you're working with. There's something creative here. Something moves forward and it brings some kind of success. Oh, this is wild. I think there's something you're wanting to see happen here. We got the Four of Pentacles, which is all about security. It's also kind of a guarded energy. Okay, it's kind of a self-protective energy. But what they're holding to their chest is this like Ace of Pentacles. And Ace of Pentacles is like, I want this new beginning. I want this rooted beginning. I want this thing. And I want to really like, I'm not going to budge on this because I know that I need to invest in this. There's something about not willing to let go of something you're wanting to root, that Ace of Pentacles, that new beginning. And we see justice in association with this. Another Libra card, okay? Coming in with the Two of Cups. So maybe you're finding some kind of balance with a Libra. Maybe there's something you and a Libra are toasting. Maybe there's some kind of project, something you're working on, something you're developing. There's something to, celebrate. For those of you who are like recording albums or doing stuff along these lines, some of you might get signed. You might, get signed by, a label. It also could be like a judgment in your favor for any of you who have been dealing with like an ex kind of interfering in moving forward in a romantic relationship where maybe there was like a dividing of assets, or you were in a marriage and you're like divorcing. I see that being like hammered out, something coming to equitable terms, and this leads to your new beginning. Two of Cups. I'm going to do a cut of the deck energy here. It sounds like you all got a lot going on, Aquarius. Look, Nine of Cups. It brings your wish fulfillment. All right, you got some good stuff going on, man. I think you're just right now, you know that the change is coming. You know that transformation is coming. There's a lot of butterfly energy. There's a lot of butterfly energy in your spread. So I think a lot of this has to do with you just like holding the line. This, I really see this as, it's funny, Two of Swords is a Libra card too. So there might be, you might have Libra strongly aspected in your chart. You might be connecting with a Libra on some level, whether on a business level, romantically, there's something going on here. Maybe there's somebody you're dealing with that factors into your situation, but I see there's some kind of transformation here, and there's something that you've come to a truth about on your own, and you're not paying attention to anything outside of you. You're totally making this decision from an intuitive place, and you're blocking off anybody who's going to interfere in this situation. And looks like it brings wish fulfillment, man. Okay, something is being resolved. A stalemate is being resolved. This is what I get. The situation that's been stuck for a long time is being resolved. And, it's interesting, as I had said, that this Four of Pentacles card kind of fell back out of my hand. So I think it's like somebody needs to lose the defenses. Somebody's too protective in this situation. They need to let down their guard. They need to open up a little bit. And if you're playing like stubborn in a situation or something, maybe you're like hoping for the other person to come forward, maybe that's not what to do. I don't know. Maybe you need to have the strength to be the one to reach out. Okay. This could be in connection to a Leo. Maybe there's like a Leo who's needing some kind of addressing, and you haven't been dealing with it. You haven't been dealing with it. I don't know why that's coming in, but I just wanted to bring that in because it dropped in there last minute. I'm going to move over to Pisces. I think if before we get into Pisces, though, just one more thing. You might be dealing with the Pisces because Aquarius is bleeding into Pisces right now. I feel like there's somebody that's hurt in this situation. And lately, I've been having this message come through with the Strength card. Strength card also is Leo's card, okay? You have both Pisces markers and Leo markers in your spread quite a bit, Aquarius. So, and who knows, Pisces, you may be dealing with a Leo, and you may be dealing with, an Aquarius too. So I'm going to leave this as it is because there's something to this, but I really feel like somebody here is hurt and they haven't been dealt with in the right way, and freezing them out or taking a real harsh stance is not the answer in this case. There's a need to be kind of compassionate and invoke that Aesop's fables, pulling the thorn from the lion's paw. You might find things more agreeable, more copacetic if you come from a different angle, and it might be you who needs to have the strength to overcome what's held you back in the past from addressing the issue. Okay, this is just something that's coming in. So final little word there, all right, for Aquarius mashed together with potentially Pisces. All right. I don't know. You know what? I don't want to use this deck for Pisces. I'm going to move over to a different deck. I'm going to move over here. I'm going to move over to the AE holographic tarot. And I think that was the right way to go about it, because there you are right on the bottom of the deck, Pisces, coming in strong. You're like, I'm ready to move forward, man. Can we get off the Aquarius tip? I'm ready to like talk about different things. All right. What's coming in for Pisces Collective in this Aries full moon cycle that's going to carry us through October? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. Oh, you might be dealing with a Libra too. Look at this. Bottom of the deck energy. We have the King of Swords. Okay. Big Libra energy. All right. Big Libra energy. Or there's something you're trying to make a decisive decision about. Potentially something you might need to cut off, or potentially something you need to have some strong words about. Or you might just be dealing with a Libra, masculine Libra. Let's see what's coming in for Pisces with this Aries full moon energy. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Mercury, Mars, Pac 12th house. Ooh, okay. Well, you might be dealing with an Aquarius, because this is the star card, and that is indeed Aquarius's card. I think there's something you're working on healing right now. I think there's something that is inspiring you as well. Oh, I got sentience. I can't help it. Like, I'm really drawn to looking at this cup imagery. It's like this cup holding this star, like something about what is in this cup brings a reason to celebrate and toast. It's like something you're filling your cup up with, something you're pouring a lot of your time and your energy into. And I believe that this is something that's going to give you a level of recognition. And it feels like it's yours, it feels like it's something you have really poured your energy into yourself, and it brings some kind of reward. I'm picking up like you're going to see something really come forward from this by winter solstice, December 21st. I just got that because, it's all about the return of the Sun King, this energy coming in. There feels like there's like something kind of magical or kismet about it. I also see you've been doing a lot of self-reflection. You've been spending a lot of time in self-reflection, and you've been taking some space to balance things out within yourself, spending a lot of time in nature and spending a lot of time by the water. And you've kind of just been doing your own thing. I think you've been behind the scenes, but that's not going to be going on for very long. There's going to come a point when you're going to have to step out in the light, ready or not. Yep, look, bottom of the deck energy. 6 of Wands, victory, stepping into the spotlight. That's what I got here. This is some kind of public recognition, okay? This is like all eyes on you kind of energy, and there's definitely something to celebrate here. But right behind this, we have, in order to arrive at this, there's a walking away from something else. There's a lot of interesting stuff in play here. There's some kind of choice here. There's some kind of choice here, Pisces. Yep. Oh my gosh, it's just going. It's going. This story, the never-ending story. All right. I think you've been spending a lot of time by some body of water, going on hikes, getting out in nature, sort of just trying to cool your head, get clear, see things clearly. You have some choice that you need to make. I think you've been leaning into your intuition. You've been spending some time on your own. You've been looking at some things you've been feeling. I think this really kicked off for you back at your full moon that was back in September, Pisces. I feel like you've really been just like tapped into your own energy. I mean, you always like to dive deep. You're always doing that subconscious dive, right? You know, you're always surfing that Zavuya. But I feel like there's been almost like a time of really like soul searching about, am I on the right path? I feel like this piece is coming forward. Am I on the right path? And there's something that came charging into your life. I think it's something that made you feel like on fire again, something that like lit you up with passion and purpose after maybe a period of time of just kind of feeling a bit like, it's not that it was, I mean, I'm saying isolation, but it's like isolated without feeling lonely, if that makes sense. Like I feel like you've been spending time on your own. It's sort of like you walked away from all the stuff that used to kind of fulfill you, and this could even be like your social circle. There might be a lot of people that you kind of, you know, turned your back on, not in a cold way, but just, oh well, I don't know. I just got some of these people, it was in a cold way. It just had gone cold. But other people, it's just kind of like, yeah, that's not me. I mean, I think some of you might have been walking away from people who maybe were like doing a little too much partying, or too focused on the superficial things in life. You want a little bit more for yourself, and you've kind of been focusing on yourself, doing a lot of self-reflection, meditating, you know, just chilling out, doing your own thing and being totally cool with that. But I feel like something came in that kind of like lit you up and gave you kind of like a new idea of what was fulfilling. I feel like this is somebody that lit your fire. We do have Knight of Swords energy. It came in very swiftly, okay? Air sign energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, all right? There's something here that feels like wish fulfillment with the Nine of Cups, something that would give self-satisfaction. It might be a purring kitty cat, if you know what I'm saying, with this Queen of Wands energy. I think it's something that like lights your fire. We got quite a bit of fire on your read here, okay? So that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Let's see here. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I mean, we got you here kind of like you're pondering something with this cup that you're holding in your hand, Queen of Cups. This is your energy, Pisces. And it's almost like I feel like there's an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the other. And I mean, like, let's look at that High Priestess card that represents you. The cards that represent Pisces, the Moon, the High Priestess. You know, lately I've really been noticing these correlations between Pisces and Libra as archetypes, okay? It's archetypes. They are not that different. Not really. They are not that different. They share a lot of similarities, that like that balance, that polarity. I mean, look at this. Like you got the moon, which is the light found within the darkness. And then if you look at the High Priestess card, one pillar is white, one pillar is black. She's in the center. And there's this piece, this balancing out there. And so I feel like you kind of had like a devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other. It was 48 on the clock when I said that, okay? So I think you've been trying to like make up your mind about something, like what should I do? I feel like this is an offer that may have come forward to you from somebody who's younger than you, potentially an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Maybe it's like been like a playful flirtation, you know, with this Page of Cups energy there. For this to come up, you know, normally with this fish in the cup, I have a different interpretation, but I see this as like it's something that's lit up your imagination. You are Pisces. You are associated with the fish, right? Yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking, I think you've been wondering, like, you've kind of like put this on ice a little bit. I think you've been sitting there wondering, like, I don't know. Could there be something here with this person? This could be somebody you want to collaborate with. It doesn't have to be romantically. It doesn't have to be romantically. It could be related to work, or maybe it's somebody at your work. I feel like you kind of put it on ice a little bit, but it's been on your mind. Yeah, King of Cups, okay? King of Cups. That's, that's your energy. We got Queen and King of Cups. Look at this. This is a match. I don't know. There might be something here. There might be something here. Look at this. We got the World. Okay. That's associated with that victory. Okay. It's victory. All right. The victory wreath. It's around the world. And it's also here on the 6 of Wands. I just heard that. Around the world, around the world. Knight of Wands, somebody's going to make some kind of offer to you. Could be an earth sign, okay? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's slow. It's a slow builder. It's a slow builder, whatever this is, whether it's a business collaboration around something kind of creative with that cups energy there, or whether it's, I don't know. I'm picking up flirtatious vibes. Ooh. For some of you, this is somebody that, you've been waiting around on them to level up and give you a commitment. Yeah, look at this. The Hierophant to the Hangman. You're like, are we ever going to do this? Are we going to seal the deal? Are you ever going to make a real commitment to me? We see some things balancing out here. There's something's in the works. I feel like, I don't know. There's something in the works here with Temperance. The angels are at play in your life, Pisces. Look at this. 2 of Cups. Okay. I think those of you who've been waiting, you've been waiting for this thing to pop off. Like, are they ever going to pop the question? Are we ever going to tie the knot? Are we ever going to move in together? Like those of you who've been wanting an up level in the love department, I see it happen. With that 2 of Cups to the Temperance to the Hierophant. Yeah, it looks good. And there might have been some period of time where you almost started to lose a little bit of hope in it with this Lovers to the Magician. Like you might have sat there and wondered, are we ever gonna do this? Like, should I keep investing my energy here? Maybe you did get a little distracted at some point by a flirtation. But I think there's new life breathed into your commitment. For those of you who've been in an established relationship and you're wondering, is it going to go the next level or not? I think it is. I think something's going to get moving forward here that, lights the spark again, gets you feeling it again. For others of you, maybe, you're going to get a little out of pocket. You're going to get a little out of pocket. I don't know. I see that moon energy there. The duality. I think you're kind of weighing both sides, but let's see. Let's do a kind of deck energy here for Pisces and see what we get. We got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, something is happening here. Whoa. Oh my God. Oh, cliffhanger. We got the Wheel of the Fortune to the Tower to the full. OMG. You're tearing some tower down because you're taking a leap in a bold new direction. And you can't tell me you're not. Yep, you got your sights set on a new direction. This is interesting. 2 Libra cards sandwiching 2 of Wands. You're looking out toward a Libra. And look at this Libra holding up the hand saying, come on along. I'm right here. Something's going to move forward here. Something's going to move forward here with a Libra or a Gemini or an Aquarius. Libra front and center in your reading. Look. This could involve having to leave a Queen of Pentacles out in the cold, and there's heartache around this, okay? This person needs to be omitted. There's that earth sign energy that was coming up before, okay? Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, all right? Leaving out in the cold. 3 of Swords. Separation, ending. I think there's a choice being made here. It leads to a new beginning with that Ace of Pentacles. Spring timing card, Ace of Pentacles. It's going to take a lot of strength, okay? Might factor in a Leo, might factor into this situation. It's going to take a lot of strength to overcome this, okay? There is an ending that needs to happen. Something needs to be let go of with the death card here. But there's a transformation on the other side, and it brings your 10 of Pentacles. Happy home, building with another. Looks good, looks good. You know, looks good. But there's this element in play. There's some, I don't know, there's something interesting here. There's some kind of toxic element in play. It's almost like somebody's trying to get away with something. They're trying to get away with something to get a new beginning. We got earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn with this King of Pentacles. Ace of Cups, new beginning, but see, comes in with a 5 of Swords. Something here is not quite right. And then we got the 4 of Wands. It looks like celebration, but the devil is there. Could be a Capricorn you're dealing with as well. But there's something here that's, oh, the ties that bind. I don't know. Be careful. Be careful about getting into any kind of like business contracts with like in particular a Capricorn energy or an earth sign energy. Ugh. It could not be the kind of beginning you're hoping for. It might sound like it will really lead to financial solvency, but not good, okay? Just be mindful. Be mindful, man. It may seem like it'd be something to celebrate, and it's not. And for those contemplating an earth sign, and maybe they're, you know, they look like they got the whole package. You know, it seems like, you know, happy home, like we can really build something together, celebration. There's some kind of element here, though. Be careful what you get into, okay? Because you might find that, you know, this is kind of a case like that curveball, like be careful what you wish for. You might just get it. There's really some shit on the line here. Oh, this is not good. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to leave this reading off like this, but I am. You be live, man. We got the 7 of Swords to the 10 of Cups, Ace of Swords. This is the truth. Somebody is doing something not right in this situation. Pick what side you're on. That somebody is trying to get away with some shit, and it's going to come back around. It's going to bite them on the ass. You've been warned. I don't know what to say. That really like, woo, that it looks like a mixed bag, but in matters of business and in matters of the heart, be careful. Don't be so quick to sign on the dotted line.